Welcome to this week's episode of the Lads Film Thing podcast, where four friends discuss a film and generally have a good time. And be warned, oh no, there won't be spoilers.
There will be no spoilers.
There won't be spoilers. So you've got Lucy.
Hi.
Abby.
Hello there.
Dan.
Hey.
And me, Sam. So this week is a collective Lads Film choice.
Whoop.
Where we've watched The Marvels at the cinema.
Yay.
So this is the latest entry to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the sequel to 2019's Captain Marvel, and is directed by Nia DaCosta. We are avoiding spoilers this time because we're going to give people a chance to see it at the cinema, whereas all the other ones we've watched are on average 25 years old and outside of the spoiler warning window.
Even though we give it anyway, because we are very fair.
Yeah, this is true.
So this was the team up between Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau and Kamala Khan. Who's your favourite first?
I'm leaning towards Monica.
Really?
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
She was really good.
And her power's good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that.
Mine's Miss Marvel, Kamala. She's the best.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably Miss Marvel, but Captain Marvel is just awesome.
I think I'm going to
isn't
Captain
she?
Marvel.
Oh, really?
I think because I remember all the sticks she got, like when she was first cast, and I was like, she's actually a really good Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
she's great.
She's fun. She's like cool at being powerful. I think she does it really well. And speaking about Monica Rambeau, like they did the thing throughout the film where it was like trying to come up with her name, which they did a very similar thing in Thor: Love and Thunder with Jane Foster trying to come up with a what's the word, like tagline, like her catchphrase.
yes.
Trying to come up with catchphrases. It's like, I've seen this before, very recently.
Yeah.
And seeing as she has a name, and it's on some of the merchandise already.
Yeah.
What is the name?
Photon.
Photon, that's right. And they don't even mention that.
No, they don't mention it at all.
That's so weird.
It's really weird because it's on like the pop liners and stuff on there. It's like, that's her name, but it just, and even at the end credits they did Carol Danvers / Captain Marvel, and there was just Monica Rambeau. I was like,
Yeah, I noticed that.
But weird that they did it in Thor and now did it again.
Well, I guess part of the problem with that was that the film was called The Marvels.
Yeah.
And so if they were like Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and Photon, the Marvel, like that would
Whereas
be
Professor
really
Marvel
weird.
was a great name.
That was a great name. That should have been her name.
So we're going to review this film without talking about the specifics of the film, but a lot of film reviews, which we do, break it into acts.
Yes.
So the first act for me was kind of what is on the trailer, them all coming together, learning about the power entanglement.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. Like, it was a quick start, it got into the action pretty well.
Yeah.
Some of the sequences were really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a really good, it's not a spoiler, but there's a good montage where they're just trying to work out how to use how to use their powers while switching and actually get a hang of that. And that montage is amazing.
Yeah,
that's so good. And also, like, I think we've mentioned this in some other films, maybe. I'm not a big fan of the fight scene. I find them boring. I always feel like they go on for too long and stuff. And actually, the fight scenes in this film are amazing.
Yeah.
Like with the
Really
swapping.
cool.
Again, I don't think that's a spoiler.
It's all on the trailer.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's like the fight scenes are not super serious. They are actually like really fun to watch and also progress the story on. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was great. But does it make me sound old that I feel like I empathise most with Kamala's parents.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about their house. I'm worried about the mess.
Yeah, I know, I was thinking
worried
like, what's going to... Because when... I know I can't spoil it, but something at the end, I was like, thinking that was some sort of resolution, and it wasn't. I was like, no, the house is still a shit tip.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm really glad, because obviously Miss Marvel had her own TV show, you don't know how many characters they're going to have from that in the film.
Yeah.
But I think they've chosen the right amount of people.
Oh, definitely.
I was going to say the same thing. Like, what film was Daredevil in? They ported Daredevil over from the TV show into one of the films, didn't they? Was it Spider-Man?
Oh, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, and none of the other characters.
No, they're not supposed to be.
What do you
They're
mean?
rebooting Daredevil just with the same actor.
Right.
So when they do the new Daredevil TV show, it won't have Foggy and Karen and stuff in.
What?
It's
No.
just Matt, I think it's just Matt Murdock. It's Matt Murdock and Kingpin are the only ones who will be in Daredevil.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a shame because Foggy and the other woman, Karen, they're really good in that. And I liked seeing Daredevil in that film.
He was better
but
for them.
He made him better. So, like you said, with Kamala, it was really good that
I think there's a
family
picture, I
were
want
in
to
there.
say Bruno.
Yeah.
The friend, there was like a picture of him on the wall. So there was clearly from the same world, obviously.
Yeah.
And he's gone off to uni, hasn't he?
In California.
Yeah. So again, that makes sense. Like he didn't. It wasn't like he was just missing.
Yeah, and also I mean you didn't have to watch because obviously Monica gets her powers in WandaVision, Miss Marvel. You didn't need to watch any of that to enjoy this film. They did enough, like without overdoing it. It was all quite contained.
It works quite well as a standalone film, actually. Like there was a couple of references to the first Captain Marvel film, but it kind of gives enough context that you're just like, oh, okay, that's what happened. This is its own film, and you can kind of watch it and enjoy it. It works well, I think.
I think they're doing it on purpose now, aren't they? Because they know there's so much films and TV show that, like, if we make everyone watch everything, that's an impossible task.
Yeah.
And I did speak to somebody who said he has completely checked out of the Marvel universe now because of that.
Yeah.
He was like, I wanted to watch it in order. That's like my way. And the fact that there was so much and I can't keep up just means he's not seeing anything new that's happening.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cutting off your nose to spite your face for sure. But I do get it as well. We've done the opposite, obviously, and watched absolutely everything that we can.
Waiting for stuff to come out.
Yeah, but I think... Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, just on that point, it is hard. The amount of TV shows they put out last year. Like Miss Marvel, like maybe 6 hours of like watching, and that was the same for Loki, Hawkeye.
It is nice for like the super Marvel fans. I know there's probably people that don't like how Marvel are going at the moment, but like to put that much time into each individual character and to like give you the opportunity to watch and follow that is really good. But I think for your everyday just moviegoer, there probably is a bit too much. And like probably without you, Sam, I wouldn't have watched Miss Marvel and
What?
I know, but I don't know. You would still enjoy the movie, like you say, but it is nice to see those references back. Like if you're a hardcore fan, then you're really going to appreciate those.
You get some reward for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That was Miss Marvel was my favourite of those TV shows.
Was it?
I think.
Yeah.
Loki was great, and I loved that. But definitely.
Have you watched series 2?
Like halfway through it.
So the finale of Loki was last night. I was going to say, like, there was a lot of extra content for the MCU, but Infinity Saga was so easy because most films had a link to the overall arc. But they're starting to finally put in place the stuff for the multiverse saga, which is like the current one with Kang and everything.
Yeah.
And like the Marvels linked in with that, and Loki, which finished yesterday for us, also links in with that. So it's nice to see this stuff is all kind of not interacting directly, but it's the same overall vibes.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that was the first act. The second act, I suppose, was a little bit slower. That's where kind of the middle bit is where Darben, who is played by Zor Ashton.
I thought Darben was good in that. So I'd seen another review say that she wasn't that sort of menacing and she wasn't that much of a challenge. But I liked her. She wasn't inherently out to do bad.
I think that's what they're going for now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I understood exactly what she was trying to do and why.
Yeah.
And I did empathise. And like, I think the film kind of covers that. You do empathise with her.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
These aren't bad people doing bad things. They're people with different motivations to the characters we follow.
Yeah, and I love that because it makes it so much more like thought-provoking, doesn't it? Even Thanos, like you could see his reasoning. Like if he was to kill 50% of everybody, that the remaining 50% will have a much better life. So you can see. So I do like that about Marvel, that their villains are quite complex.
Yeah, that's a bit of like complexity that you don't always get with these films. Is like, oh, actually, the impact that they're having is sometimes negative to some people, like off screen that you don't actually see. And this is a bit of a comeback of like, oh no, you fucked us, and now we're here to get back at you, and we've got we call you the Annihilators because of your impact on our life, our whole species.
I was saying that although the main baddie I thought was quite good and quite well played, the deputy baddie, like the guy that was with her with the bun, seemed a bit like, not even like an odd casting choice, just didn't really do anything. Like a bit of a wasted character, maybe.
A bit forgettable. Yeah, really.
But then I was saying, I feel that, like we were saying about how maybe bad guys in the new world are more just like wronged people, that the people that enable, allow, encourage that bad to happen probably are just like administrators.
Yeah, that's true.
How did Thanos get everything done without, like, he had minions, but he didn't have anyone managing his calendar.
That's true.
And that's probably crucial.
Mainly it was destroy the world. Was like he blocked out the month for that.
Well, true.
Kill half the universe was like the only thing.
He was pretty focused, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's just a very realistic version of who a sidekick should be.
Yeah, that's true. Let's hope Russell wasn't there. Luce, what did you think of the Flerkens in the film, the cats?
Oh, it was great, wasn't it? I loved it.
There was a lot of flirkins there, weren't there? Like, I thought it was going to be like a 3 or 4 situation.
Yeah.
That was
There's a
great.
lot.
And actually, Sam, you and I saw in The Entertainer this weekend the new pop vinyl that's Nick Fury holding a tiny kitten. And I knew that. And then
Which is so annoying, because we went in there the other day and they didn't have any of it.
No.
Yeah, it was great. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
No, I was looking for it.
I need that.
Yeah,
That
that's
sounds
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, and then when I saw him pick up the kitten, I was like, this is the bit. This is amazing.
Nick Fury was amazing in this film.
Yeah, he was,
Yeah, he had. I know he was in Secret Invasion, but there was a
Yeah.
gap of him not really being in stuff.
Yeah.
But he was like, he's really good friends with Captain Marvel, wasn't he?
Yeah. Can I just say on the flirkin thing again, I love the bit at the start where Goose is riding around on Captain Marvel's shoulder
Oh
Yeah.
in
It's
space.
so good.
That is so amazing.
Because that's one of the. I think that's one of the stills that got some heat for having bad
It
visual
did.
effects, but
Really?
nothing in that
Yeah.
film I could fault any of the
no,
visual
no,
effects. Like, there's some
definitely
cool powers in there, all done really well.
Yeah.
And I would like to know how many real cats are involved in this movie and how many were just CGI cats.
Oh yeah.
Because I want to be there. If they're actually herding cats, and there's a lot of cats in one scene, it's an amazing scene,
A whole clowder.
whole cloud of cats, yeah, then I want to be there for that
Yeah.
in real life. I want to see the outtakes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Do you get points for the soundtrack during the A Notable Cat scene?
Oh yeah, what was the song?
Yeah.
It was. It's a spoiler, but it's not. It was Memories from Cats the musical.
Oh, it was, yeah.
I knew it was something from Cats, but I didn't
Yes.
I
know.
know it's
I
completely
forgot
like,
about
not in like keeping with what was going on, but it worked really well.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
It's really
Yeah.
That
funny.
was brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. So we were saying, like, should we mention the bad reviews? Because we kind of mentioned it a bit in our teaser episode, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we were like, we don't really want to give it oxygen because it feels like it was just trolly. But I feel like it's really important to bring up that there's loads of stuff around it going to be the lowest grossing Marvel film in forever or whatever. Whereas I feel like everyone should go to the cinema to see it.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
unjustified.
yeah,
It was a
yeah.
great film.
Much
Like-
better than Ant-Man Quantumania, I thought.
So I think so on the visual effects stuff. So I did read somewhere where that one I think was pushed forward and this one was pushed back, and it said which gave them more time to work on the post production stuff.
Yeah.
And it said like this film benefited, whereas Quantumania may have not done.
Oh,
Yeah.
But yeah, really good.
This is the
Yeah.
best one I've seen in a long time, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like that was just really good. And I think people's thing of, because I've seen a lot of comments on Twitter and stuff where it's like, I'm just going to wait till it comes to Disney Plus because it's not going to add anything watching it at the cinema. But I don't feel that's true at
Oh,
all. I
it's a cinema
feel
film,
like it
for
was
sure.
definitely a cinema film.
Yeah, and I haven't been that excited to see something at the cinema for ages. So
No.
literally on the way in, I was really hyped for it. It was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like it had real kind of Love and Thunder vibes. Like, it was just fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite
I was-
whimsical,
But
quite...
not overdoing
playful,
it. Like,
no.
all the jokes and stuff, like Love and Thunder was too fun for its own good. Whereas this one, it got the right balance between like the
Yeah.
family dynamic.
I thought Thor Ragnarok, there was definitely points in this Marvel's film where I thought, oh, this really reminds me of Thor Ragnarok a lot. Like, where they're going to different planets,
Yep.
and each one of those different planets has like a different personality, and
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
That was really amazing.
Yeah, and actually some of that planet stuff, some of the things you see on the planets were some of the best bits of the movie. Like,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the change of scene and just the
Yeah.
different vibes. It's really good.
Yeah.
So the other thing to mention is the mid-credit scene and the post-credit scene. The mid-credit scene is amazing. The
Yes.
post-credit scene is just non-existent.
I'm trying to remember how many post-credit scenes there have been since Endgame, because that was the first one which kind of reduced it down to something smaller.
Just an audio clip.
Yeah, I don't know how many have actually had post-credit scenes since then.
Right.
I don't know if they have, but
Oh, really?
yeah, it's,
Because the mid-credit scene, and so something else that I read online said that when they had seen the film, what it gave was like hope for the future of Marvel as
Yep.
being different people than had previously been in it. And without spoiling anything, both the end of this film and the mid-credit scene did that. I
Yep.
felt they
Yeah.
kind of outlined like, here's where we're going, and it's going to be awesome. And like, I feel really pumped for what's going to happen next now.
Yeah.
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 Which is how I feel like you want to end a Marvel film.
But the post-credit scene, like, to wait through all the credits and then it to just be that, I was like, that's crap. That's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
really...
We don't want to see who worked hard on this film. Our parking's running out.
But like, they're going to
if
make...
you care about that, just do it like Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And just make us watch it first, and then we'll hate you. And then we'll fast forward it. But then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was
the way.
saying there's a bit where one of the other characters come in. Was I saying this to you, Luce? That could have just been the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That had no relation to the film. They could have just literally
It's
copied and
annoying 'cause we
pasted
can't
that.
do spoilers, but that's almost like word for word the Nick Fury at the end of Iron Man scene.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Like,
it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It was so cool to like
Yeah.
do that, which is.
And that would have been
20 years ago.
amazing. Like, what
Yeah.
an amazing, 20-year cycle. Of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they really missed a trick there.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I think that's it because there hasn't been an Avenger film because this is phase 5 of the MCU now,
Yeah.
and in Endgame was end of phase 3. So phase 4 didn't have an Avenger film. Phase 5 isn't going to. But like this, even though they're all Marvels, this is two TV series and a film coming together.
Yeah.
So they are starting to do a bit more like team
Yeah.
ups.
Yeah.
I like that about the different Marvel films when there's little crossovers from characters.
Yeah.
And this film has got a couple of really good ones that they don't feel just like pasted in there just for the sake
Yeah.
of it. They're really good in there.
Yeah.
And it should do because you're like, oh, somebody's attacking New York. Why does only one character
Yeah.
come and help? Like,
Yeah.
it'll be a lot more efficient if
What are
everyone
the others
stepped
doing?
in. Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And like in the comics, because you're obviously drawing a character, you can have everyone who lives in that city coming along. Whereas
Yeah.
the films, because actors and stuff and money,
Yeah.
it's just less believable.
This film nailed it, I think, for me.
Yeah.
With the cameo
Yeah.
Easter egg type things.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think so.
I enjoyed at the beginning the animation around Miss Marvel's drawings
Oh,
and
that's so good.
best.
it was
Yeah.
so good. And I've never wanted to draw so much. You and I, twinsies. Those little pictures of Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel
Yes.
hugging, twinsies.
Yes.
That could totally be us if only we could draw.
That bit where Captain Marvel is in her bedroom at the start and then walks down the stairs and Kamala's family is there. It's just so good.
She's like,
Yeah.
nice living room.
Yeah.
So now we come to the point where we give a score to the film. As usual, it's 3 categories, 4 lads. Total of 5 points per lad means a score of 60. So enjoyability, Luce.
4.5.
Abby.
4.5.
I also gave it 4.5.
Oh.
Ah, Dan.
4.
Okay,
damn.
Dan.
Why did you hate it?
Yeah,
4 is a good score.
it's not the same score.
It
It's
doesn't
not.
feel like
It's
you.
not the same, but you didn't give it 5 either. But no, 4 is good. I love the film.
But yeah, no, I thought it was a really fun, good film. Nice bit of teamwork. Everyone loves teamwork in the film.
Yeah.
Also very adorable.
Yeah.
Like really adorable between the 3 of them. Really adorable with Kamala's family. Just, I felt really good after having watched it.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
I think it was fun in all the right ways. Like sometimes I feel some of these films they get caught up in trying to set up like the next bit of the whole saga and stuff, and they actually forget that this is supposed to be a good film that you should spend 2 hours of your life just watching.
Yeah.
I felt that with Ant-Man Quantumania. It was just very much about like, oh yeah, this is going to happen next and this is a new character, we have to introduce him, and that film for me lacked a lot in story. It was very straightforward, and whereas this film kind of has gone the complete other way, it could work as a standalone film, and it was just really great. It was just a brilliant film.
So let's go on to shareability now. Lucy.
A 4.
Dan.
A 4.
I gave it a 4 too. Ab?
A 3.
Oh. Why you no share?
It's just not my way.
I think for me, like, you sort of recommend Marvel movies or you don't. Like,
Yeah, people know if they like them by now.
yeah, and I think if I was to say to someone, you should definitely watch a superhero movie, then this one might be up there, but there'd be plenty others that I would also recommend as well. So
Yeah.
I would probably say you should watch the Marvel movies. These 10 are amazing.
But I
and
think
it would be there.
there's so many people out there who've got like young girls who probably like, oh no, I
Yeah,
can't watch those with
true.
my kids. I can like imagine a cohort of people that'd be like, no, go see a Marvel film and see the Marvels because it's
Yeah,
really good
yeah.
to like have them too.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, definitely.
A cohort.
Yeah, that's right.
Gather your girls.
Gather your cohort. Great word.
I mean, that was yours.
No, he said
I
cohort.
did.
Oh,
I would have settled for group, but you went a next level up.
What does that mean?
how would you know they're a similar?
Yeah, a group could be a collection of just random individuals.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know. So well done. I'm saying well done.
So the last category is masterpiece ability. Lucy.
4.
Ooh, nice. Dan.
3.5.
3.5 for me as well. Ab.
3. 3 from me.
Okay, loosen up, fight it out.
So that's 1 point. I just thought it was great. I think I do quite love the fact that it's female led and it is like a good role models for others, because they had that bit in Endgame where all the women came together on the
Battlefield.
during the battle, yeah. And I did think that was a little bit token, like the way they specifically all gathered, it was like no men allowed, rather than just women being amazing throughout, even though they still were. To have that moment where it was like, right, all the women now are in this scene for a bit. I think that was just a little bit too like heavy.
It felt a tiny bit of that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like a character pops up who's a female character that just pops up. There's the end of the film where there's a female character involved that just pops up, and I'm like, were there any? There was Nick Fury, and other than that, were there any men in this film? But not. It wasn't as bad as that bit in Endgame where you're just like, this just feels like it's.
Yeah, that's my thing. This did feel more natural because it does, like the story makes sense. They're not just throwing female characters in there for no reason. I didn't think anyway. It all did sort of tie up and felt natural. So yeah, I really like it for that reason, and for all like the standard Marvel amazingness. That was great. And cats, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're back to, again, we probably all agree, worth seeing at the cinema.
Yeah, definitely.
Like just really, just big, like bold, bright, just impressive but fun.
Yeah.
Like all the kids came out buzzing.
Yeah.
Just having loved it.
They ate a lot of sweets as well.
Well, that helps.
We haven't done, so the total score for that was 45.5 out of 60.
Very good score.
Which is very good, yeah.
Yeah.
I think for a Marvel film that isn't one of the climactic ones like Endgame
Yeah,
Avenger
that's
ones, it's
it.
hard to hit all the masterpiece scores anyway.
Yeah.
But as one for just in the roster of a saga, really good, strong film.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming along to this week's Lads Film Thing and joining us while we discuss the Marvels.
We'd love to know what you thought about it too. Did you find it as awesome as we did? Let us know on our Twitter, Insta, and soon to be Facebook.
And join us next week, or next Wednesday, when we'll be watching Lucy's film choice.
My
Luce?
favourite movie of all time. It is RRR, directed by S.S. Rajamouli.
I love this film.
Me too.
So if you enjoyed listening to our podcast, please leave us a rating and a review.
And don't forget, share with your own lads.
And share it with everybody. We're not picky.
But maybe not the Kree, not for the Marvels anyway.
So grab your popcorn.
Round up your lads.
Get watching.
And join us next week.
Bye.
Bye.
A whole cohort of cats.
I think Clowder covered it quite well.
A group of cats.
You had to say off cat.
Clowder!